Today I want to show you how to create an MLA formatted works cited page using a Google Doc. In order to do this, it is assumed that you've already taken your sources and have created MLA citations from them, either through firsthand knowledge or perhaps by using an MLA citation generator like easybib.com, bibme.org, or citationmachine.net. Here you can see I've already got 3 MLA formatted citations. That is the start of my works cited page, but not the end. I've copied them to the end of my essay, and you can see this is clearly the end of my essay. I need my works cited page to be a separate page, but not a separate document. So I'm going to click Insert, Break, Page Break, making sure my cursor is above right where I want the page to break. Insert, Break, Page Break. Great. Now I have a separate page for my works cited. I'm going to go ahead and title it Works Cited. And I can see that the font is already off, but I will fix all the font at one time at the end. I need a header for this page, so I can click into the header space. If when you click up here, it does not automatically go to header, you can go to Format, Headers and Footer, and then it would have the option for you to click header. Since I already have one, that's not necessary. I am going to insert header and page number, and I'm going to go down to page number and click the upper right corner, where the number will appear in the upper right corner, even though it appears on the left. I'm going to type my last name in front of it and click space. Now this information needs to be on the right side of the page, so you could tab it over, you could space it over, or you could simply align right. Notice that whatever you put in the header appears on every page. If you want to have a proper MLA first page header, you would click different first page header for that page. And whatever you put here will only stay on the first page, whereas the second and additional pages will have the header. So we have the MLA header. We have a title. The title needs to be centered. And now we need to make sure that our citations are in alphabetical order based off the first word. And they are. Now we need to double space these citations, remove the additional spacing between them, and then also put them into a hanging indent. So first, let's create the double space. In order to do that, we could go here to line spacing and click double. You could also go here to line spacing and click double. And now you see that we have double spacing, and that additional space in the middle is now quadruple space, unfortunately, so we will delete it, making sure there is the same amount of space between each line. Now we need to add a hanging indent. There are 2 ways to do this. One is manually by using the indentation cursors up here. You'll see there are 2 of them, a little triangle and a little rectangle. The rectangle represents the first line, and the triangle will represent additional lines. And now you can see by spacing it out manually, we have our hanging indent. That can be kind of frustrating to try to navigate those small icons. So instead, you could go to Format, Align and Indent, Indentation Options. Now you'll notice that I'm doing this and while I have all of the text highlighted, so that all of this highlighted text is affected by my decision. I want a special indent, so I click on the down box and select Hanging. I need to make sure it's 0, 0 up here, and then 0.5 there. Once I apply, I get the same result as I did manually. 2 options, either one can work for you. Now we need to make sure that our font is correct, and we can see clearly that it's not all the same. Now MLA says that it should be a sans serif font, or a serif font, excuse me. So we're going to use something like Times New Roman. Does it have to be exactly Times New Roman? No, but it is the default. The font size should also be between size 10 and 12. Most students err on the side of 12. Now, just to make sure that all my font is the same, I'm going to go ahead and highlight my header and turn that to Times New Roman size 12 so that my essay has a uniform look to it. The only thing I need to make sure I have now, under File, Page Setup, is, do I have 1-inch margins? And in fact, I do. Now I have a properly formatted MLA Works Cited page.